In the world of real politics, nothing is sacrosanct, even the sovereignty of nations. When the world's most powerful nation decides that an arrest warrant is valid reason for an invasion, does sovereignty still have a meaning? Or is it just a word for those who could not fight back? The crisis in Venezuela represents more than a local regime change. It is a physical manifestation of a revived Monroe Doctrine, a 200-year-old foreign policy agenda which declared Western Hemisphere to be part under US influence. This agenda, which Trump had now rebranded as Monroe Doctrine. The intervention in Venezuela, codenamed Operation Absolute Resolve, can be analyzed through three critical lenses. Number one, the justification versus the reality. The US framed the strikes as a law enforcement action against narco-terrorism. However, the scale of military operation and the pursuit of regime change suggest deeper motives, securing the world's largest oil reserves at over 300 billion barrels, or a fifth of the world's proven oil reserves, and removing a leaders aligned to Russia and China from the Western Hemisphere. So the US plan to revive and run the oil sector reveals a clear geo-economic motive, ensuring energy security and making American corporate dominance in that particular region. Number two, the legal gray area. Under the international law, you cannot invade a country to serve an arrest warrant. By using military force for what should be a judicial matter, the US is bypassing the UN Security Council and ignoring the precedent set by Nicaragua versus United States 1986, which protects the state's sovereignty. Number three, the human and systematic cost. For the people, the risk of civilian casualties and the collateral damage brings the US to the brink of potential war crimes. And for the world, it creates a power versus principle world. If major powers ignore the rules whenever it suits their economic or strategic interests, the rule-based world order becomes a shallow phrase used only when it was convenient. The Venezuela president suggests if a country has resources you need or a government you dislike, international law is no longer an obstacle, it's an option. So are we entering a new era of gunboat diplomacy where oil and strategic interests outweigh the UN Charter? This doesn't just destabilize the region, it destabilizes the very idea of global justice. The question that should trouble everyone is if strength defines legitimacy, if power rewrites the rules, and if order is enforced rather than agreed upon, what protection remains for any nation tomorrow? History isn't moving forward, it is circling back to a world where might decides the right and silence is mistaken for consent.